Hey viewers, it's the one and only Adventure Link here. Hey, coming back at you with another repair video. Yay! Woohoo! And today's victim is the 2005 Hyundai Santa Fe 3.5 liter V6. Though this should apply to pretty much any first generation Hyundai Santa Fe, from 2001 through 2006 as a whole. Probably for 3.5 or 2.7 liter V6. And the problem we're having is it's a P0320 check engine code. Engine speed input sensor malfunction. I'll put a link to that code in the video description. It's on obdcodes.com so you can read over it. But let's just get started with this repair here. Of course, when you're working on electricity on the car, the first thing you want to do is remove this negative battery cable from the battery. Don't worry, it's a 10mm socket. Right, 10 millimeters. And just to show it's going to work on here too. See? Don't worry, you can disconnect the positive cable as well if you so desire. Just make sure the negative is off first, as shown. Pop! Gone. So the next thing you want to do now is there's 4 bolts on this engine cover. You've got 2 in the back, obviously. One there, one in here, those hiding. There's another 10mm down here. You may want to move the radiator hose over so you can see it. And of course, there's one down there. Again, they're all 10mm. You will need a long extension like I showed off earlier, but I'm going to show it again, just to be sure. And of course, this is for a 3/8 inch drive ratchet. Have at you whenever you're ready. Now, like I said, there is a 10mm bolt hiding back here somewhere. See, there it is right there. Here it is coming out. Assuming, of course, the tripod is going to stay in place. And of course, when you get it all freed out, right then, you free the bolt, dig it out. Be careful so it doesn't plate go all over the place. Then repeat the same thing for the other 3 bolts. Alright, right here is your little ignition sensor circuit right here where my finger's pointing, right there. There's 2 10mm bolts again here, one over there. Now I can see it better because I'm like looking at it from not from the battery height, but if you pull back this wire, you should be able to see the other bolt. See, there it is right there for you. They're both there. They're 10mm. Heads up, you may want to finagle this long electric wire here. So you might be able to get better access. And well, go ahead and remove your 2 bolts now. I popped these loose off cam just so you know, so I know there's not going to be any problems and we don't catch mistakes. And if I do catch a mistake, well, I will let you know about it, of course. Like use PB Blaster or a heater like Oxygen Acetylene Torch, or that that neat little 1-wire torch thing that Chris Fix advertised in his December 2017 holiday stocking stuffer toolless special he ran. So yeah, shout out to Chris Fix for that one. Although it came out just fine, I didn't need any tools or heaters. So there it is. There's your bogey right there. Now there's an electrical connector you got to free, of course. It's right here. Just pull it back. Or somehow I'm done do the snap. One of 2. Oh. Now see this electrical connector right here? Yeah. There's actually a little metal wire that goes on here. You may or may not notice it, but here it is. I had to remove it off cam, that way I can make sure I know what to do for you guys. But I got in with a small little jeweler screwdriver, something like this. Pry it underneath here, pry it underneath there. Be careful when you pop it out because that clip will go flying. Like crap. Mine actually caught up on this airbox here somewhere, so it wasn't that bad for me, but could be worse, could be better. Better thing would be no flight. Remember, this is the Hyundai Santa Fe, not an airport. But in any case, once you get the wire out, boom, comes out just like this, and Bob's your uncle. Or there's your bogey or something. And here's your sensor, your new ignition failure sensor for the Santa Fe. There it is out of the box right here, all in its nice new form. There's this packet of white stuff here. That's probably anti-seize for the bolts that hold it down, so you might want to consider using that. It's by Dokoo, D-O-K-O-O. However you pronounce that. But yeah, there's all the numbers you need if you want to look this up. At the time I bought this, it was like 25 bucks on Amazon. Here's the boo number X001 KEFRLN. As you can see, it fits 2.4, 2.5, 2.7, 3.5. This is the sensor for various Hyundai and Kia products. Although, like I said, this video pertains to first generation Hyundai Santa Fe's. Now, as an option down here, I know on Saturns, there's a thing with the ignition failure, like camshaft sensor codes in this little area down here would cause you some grief, as well as on this pad right here. So if you want to, you could take like a little wire brush or take a Dremel with a small wire wheel attachment on there and clean off that little area as much as you can. Because like I said, it happens on Saturns. And had this happen on a Hyundai Santa Fe, even though I don't see anything objectionable, I don't think you do either, so you would agree with me. It's clean, but if you want to clean it, clean it. Otherwise, from here, reverse of removal is your installation. And don't forget to use that anti-seize that comes with the package, please. Well, this is a fairly simple, straightforward job, nothing to it. Just remove some bolts, take off the engine cover, take off a couple more bolts, remove that little wire that could be your little tough point there, especially if you don't get it back. And then you just remove the sensor and then reverse remove your installation. But don't forget that anti-seize now. Now, of course, you know, from here, you would have to remove the check engine light. That's a given. I mean, it should remove when you reconnect the battery and all that at the end. But if you don't, just clear the code and move on if you can. Just so you know, this is also a widely known issue on these Hyundai Santa Fe's and many other Hyundai and Kia vehicles that take this kind of sensor. So please keep that in mind as you go through this video. Make sure you also work on a cold engine. That's true for many engine cooling, ignition stuffs as a whole. You don't want to get burned now. Don't burn yourself. That's a no-no. But yeah, that's pretty much how you replace the ignition failure sensor circuit, or the sensor rather. Hopefully solving your P0320 on your first generation 2001 to 2006 Hyundai Santa Fe. This is the 2005. I'm VentureLink. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to donate to the medical bills for me. It's in the video description. Got GoFundMe, PayPal, and Patreon. Don't forget to share it with your friends, family, anyone else that happens to own a first-generation Hyundai Santa Fe with these similar woes. Oh, yeah. And if you're in need of a Hyundai Santa Fe forum, or if you have any questions about Hyundai Santa Fe's as a whole, there is a HyundaiForums.com, as well as the Hyundai Santa Fe Owners Group on Facebook. I'll put links to those in the video description. Thanks for your support, past, present, and future. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. It tells YouTube if I'm doing a good job or not. It also helps me provide feedback and also helps spread the word of the video, in addition to your sharing with your friends and family and other Santa Fe owners. Hit the subscribe button. You can see any new videos I put up on YouTube, in your weekly YouTube newsfeed, and or in your well, not necessarily a weekly YouTube newsfeed, it's daily. But the YouTube email that sends out, hopefully with this video, would be on a weekly basis. But yeah, don't forget to ring that bell now. You ring that bell, and then you can see any new videos I put up on YouTube as they come out. Yay! What fun! Give them all a view and rate as you see fit, comment, and all that. And we're going to sign off with the wise words of wisdom from Eric the Car Guy. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for supporting my channel. Have a good one.